Hey guys, welcome back to Sunday Potluck. I'm going to be making a recipe out of the second edition of the O Taste and See cookbook called Eggplant Pesto. I like eggplant parmesan, so we'll see how this goes. So let me show you what we're doing down here. Okay, so I've got an eggplant. It says you need one eggplant. Didn't say how big or how small or whatever, so I just got a eggplant from the store. One container of fresh basil. I don't know what a container of fresh basil is, and I can't keep plants alive for nothing. I got a pot of basil, and I've been trying to keep it alive for about a week. So it's about time for me to, just put it out of its misery and, yeah, see how that goes. So it says approximately 2 cups. A third of a cup of dry roasted pine nuts, 1 clove of garlic chopped up, and 1.5 cups of Parmesan cheese. And you need some pasta. It didn't specify the pasta, so I got bow tie pasta because, who doesn't like bow tie pasta, right? So I'm just gonna start keeping this up, and I've had eggplant Parmesan, so I know how to slice it, but this just says cube up eggplant and doesn't say how big. It just says cube it up. And it says that you can keep the skin on. So I'm just going to keep the skin on. So I'm just going to kind of do it in fat slices. And then cube it up from that. So if y'all have ever had this before. I've never had any kind of pesto, I don't think. But if y'all have ever had this dish before, let me know what you think about it. Or if you try it from this recipe, let me know what you think about that too. So I'm just going to put it in this bowl until I'm ready to take it over to the stove. Now, as I was reading through this, nowhere in it did it say that I needed olive oil in the ingredients, and I kind of hate it when they do that. They just, I look at a recipe and I see what I need. I don't, when I'm making my grocery list, I don't necessarily look down in the how-to part of the recipe. So you are gonna need some olive oil. I don't have any olive oil, so I'm gonna use canola oil instead, and I think that that'll be okay. It also says that you need to season it with sea salt. I don't have sea salt, so with sea salt and pepper. I have pepper, don't have sea salt, so I'm just gonna do regular salt, but I think sea salt is less salty than sea salt, so I'm just gonna put less salt on it, and maybe that'll work. I know I've got some pink salt. I'll see what I've got in the cabinet, and I'll go from there. But I'm just going to stick this on the stove, and it says just to saute the eggplant in olive oil and season with sea salt and pepper. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'll be back. I'm going to let y'all in on a little secret. I also don't know how to saute. So, I think I know how to saute, but I don't know. So, all right. So it says place the basil, pine nuts, garlic, and 3/4 of a cup of Parmesan and 1 teaspoon of oil into the food processor. So I don't know how you okay, this plant. Do you just peel off the leaves like that? That's what I'm gonna do, because I don't know. But then I feel really bad that these little stalks are sitting out here, but I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna just cut this off. So it says a cup, approximately 2 cups of basil. Now I don't know if that's if it's fresh basil, it's bigger, obviously, because that's, bigger than, but some of these are brown because, again, I have a very, very black thumb. And I know I'm probably killing this, but are like really destroying this plant. And if you can help me out on how to grow basil in my kitchen window, that would be great and lovely and wonderful. And I will try to accept the help. But because I have a very, very black, like extremely black thumb. So, and if it doesn't yell at me to feed it or to give it something to drink, or like, I'm good with kids and with animals because they tell you when they're hungry or not hungry or whatever else. So I can do that. But things that are not alive, see, and I just don't think that that's gonna be enough. So I don't know, it may not be right. So I'm just gonna put that into that thing, to the food processor. Couldn't think of the word. I tried to, there was some dark leaves, like crispy. I tried to we'll forget about that. So, okay, so I need 1/3 cup of dry roasted pine nuts. I'm gonna stir this eggplant. So, I need 1/3 cup of pine nuts. And if you don't know where to find pine nuts, found them on the baking aisle. So, who knew? Okay, so I'm gonna put the pine nuts in there. And then a clove of garlic. And I got in trouble the other day by a lady at our church. Not really in trouble, but she told me that I was cutting my garlic wrong. So, and I probably still did it wrong. But I was over at her house and she was like, "You don't have a cleaver?" And I said, "What?" And she said, "This." And she went to her kitchen. She brought out this massive knife. And I was like, "No, I don't have one of those." And she was like, "You just smash it." And I was like, okay. She kind of scared me. It was kind of funny, and my husband saw her bringing the women were all in the dining room, and the men were all outside. And Jimmy came inside for something. What did he come? Something to drink or something. He saw her grabbing that out of the kitchen and not running, but walking into the dining room where we were all sitting at, and he started getting a little nervous. He was like, "What is she doing?" So when I told him later, he was like, "Okay, I was wondering what she was doing, because that was just kind of messed up." All right, so I need to. I'm stirring my eggplant some more. I guess that's what sauteing the eggplant is. I don't know. So I need 1.5 cups of Parmesan cheese, and I've got my 3/4 of a cup here. So if I do 2 of these, then that will be the 1.5 cups. Because I can do math sometimes. Of course, I think I need more basil. Fresh basil, but they don't sell fresh basil in like big quantities like that at Walmart. So I'm just gonna stick that now. Okay, so it says place basil, pine nuts, garlic, 3/4. Oh, I was just only supposed to do half of that, so I'm just gonna. Y'all didn't see that. Y'all didn't see that at all. I'm just gonna set 3/4 of a cup of Parmesan cheese and 1 teaspoon of oil. So that is a teaspoon or tablespoon. See, this is why I don't like it when it's not up in the instructions. 1 teaspoon of oil. That is not a whole lot of oil. And I'm gonna use canola oil because again, that's what I got. And I'm pretty sure they're meaning olive oil. But since they didn't tell me that I needed olive oil in the instructions or in the ingredients list, I did not get that. So, okay. So set that over there, and it says to spin a few times. Oh, not plugged in. It helps if you plug in your utensils, or not your utensils, your contraptions. So. It just says to do it a few times. But that doesn't really sound like I'm doing anything. Okay, so let me show y'all what. See, I think I do need some more basil because it's not. I think when I think pesto, I think really green. So, but I don't know. It also says to use some of the pasta water to thin the sauce, but right now it's just now boiling. So I'm gonna make this go around a couple of more times, and then I'll add some water to it, and we'll see where we are at. Okay, guys, that's what it looks like. Is that right? I don't know. I probably need more basil for sure, but okay, so. I did add some water in it from, it's not bad. I added water from the pasta. But I'm wondering if I got the wrong kind of Parmesan cheese. Because this is not the grated. It doesn't say that it should be grated. But I can kind of taste the, not taste the, of course you can taste the Parmesan cheese. I can kind of, the texture of the Parmesan cheese. But it says to, after you cook the eggplant, you're supposed to mix this in with that. And it doesn't look like there's enough of this to cover this. But then you're supposed to put it over the pasta and then sprinkle the rest of the Parmesan cheese on top of it and then enjoy it. So, I don't know. But the person that put it in here says she grew up in Nebraska eating a lot of meat and potatoes, but her husband, I'm assuming, enjoys eating vegetarian dishes occasionally. So, this would be a great vegetarian dish for sure if you like it. So, or if you're a vegetarian, this is a good thing to try. So, I'm going to wait until my pasta's done and I'll put all of this together and then we'll come back for a taste test. See you in a little bit. Okay, guys, so, I don't know if I plated it right, but that's the dish. So, hang on. Do it like that. That's what I got. So, sorry, ignore the dishes. Okay, so I feel like I say that in every single video because I always have dishes in the sink. Okay, so time to taste this. And I'm going to tell you now, I tasted the pesto stuff a while ago. And I did add more water to it to make it a little bit more runny, just so that it would cover up all the noodles, because I don't think I had enough of the mixture in there. So, anyways, here we go. This is good. I mean, it's not going to replace my steak and potatoes, but, you know, for, you know, vegetarian dishes, pretty good. My daughter came down a while ago and she was like, oh man, it smells so good. So, I'm going to plate the rest of this up for them and we're going to have dinner. Don't forget to hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe to Sunday Potluck and see what I'm cooking later. See you later. Bye.